Hello and welcome to the EVIT website. Think of virtual patients and problem-based learning scenarios for medical students will spring to mind. However, tasteofmedicine.com, run by St George's University in London, uses virtual patients with a difference. On this site, school children thinking about a career in healthcare will have the chance to save a virtual patient. The site is also an interactive one-stop shop for everything you'll ever need to know if you want a career in the healthcare services. Here, Kirsty Wadsley and Helen White from the Widening Participation Unit at St George's University in London explain. Can you tell us a bit about the Taste of Medicine project?
Yeah, sure. So Taste of Medicine has existed since about 2003, when it was initially designed as a website to give information to students about working in healthcare. It's currently going through quite a series of redevelopments where there are going to be 4 different areas to the site as a whole. So starting off with Getting Started, which is basically about getting info so students who are interested in healthcare can find out about different courses and careers, and most importantly we're trying to challenge the stereotypes people might have about going to university and working in healthcare. And then it moves on to Experiencing It, which is specifically around work experience, which is really important whenever anyone looks to apply for a healthcare course. They'll normally be asked about their work experience. So with this site we're trying to give students hints and tips about getting useful work experience, and most importantly how they can reflect on that and make the most of it, and also uncovering some of the myths about what actually is relevant work experience. We then move through to Scrubbing Up, which is about communication, which is seen as a core competency for healthcare. And with Scrubbing Up, we're looking to enable students to develop their communication skills through the website as an individual, but will also be able to go out and deliver facilitated sessions, or teachers will be able to use the website as a tool to facilitate sessions with their classes. And finally, we move on to Virtually There, which is where virtual patients will feature within the site, and that's about kind of moving through the student life cycle before higher education. When we get to Virtually There, we're looking at that transition between further and higher education, with a specific focus on the different teaching and learning methods that might be used within healthcare at university.
What was the inspiration behind Taste of Medicine?
The initial Taste of Medicine was what is going to be Getting Started, so focusing on students who are kind of between 11 and 15 and really enabling information to be out there for students, so kind of using new media to be able to attract more students and to enable more students to find out the information that they want to find out, and really challenging those stereotypes. And last year we were thinking about how we could look to work with older students, and using what was a very successful existing website and brand, we decided that actually, well, there were lots of things that we could implement to that to actually, as we said, kind of then support this kind of life cycle model, working with a student from 11 essentially all the way up until when they start at university.
So far you've used Second Life and paper-based, problem-based learning with this project, but you plan on developing virtual patients for the site, the new site, soon. So how will you use virtual patients for the new Taste of Medicine website?
So virtual patients have been used at the moment in the undergraduate study here at St George's, and have been proved to be very successful, as they have been as well at other universities around Europe and the rest of the world. And we're anticipating that popularity in virtual patients and e-learning will actually grow and expand in other universities in the UK. So we wanted to use that tool and take it within to the Taste of Medicine website, and it will be one small aspect of the examples of virtual patients that will go onto the Virtually There branch of the Taste of Medicine website. And so it will be an example, as well as other tools and resources there for the students to show them the different teaching and learning techniques used at university.
So outside of the Taste of Medicine website, how else are you using or planning to use virtual patients?
Well, the first test we'll have actually for virtual patients is with our spring and summer schools. So we run those, about 4 or 5 of those per year, working with 14 to 16-year-olds. And so we're in at the moment developing a virtual patient, which will be a 5-day virtual patient. So there'll be 5 sessions of a couple of hours per session. That will be specifically for our spring school students. And that will be piloted in the spring, in April 2010. And off the back of that, then we will use that resource and cut it down, play with it, make it more interactive to go onto the website. So it'll be a great taster for those students looking at the website to have an idea what a virtual patient is, without it being the full-blown example that we use in the spring and summer schools.
For further information about the EVIT programme, please explore the EVIT website, and for news and updates you can follow us on Twitter on www.twitter.com/virtualpatients, or you can even join our Facebook group at www.facebook.com/virtualpatients.